Good Saturday morning, and thanks for joining us. I'm Feliz Romero here with meteorologist Brandon Richards. So we have a lot going on today. Yeah. There's a pumpkin patch. There's a lot of fall activities. What's the weather looking like? Yeah.
You know, it happened at 12:50 in the morning this morning. So, I mean, we got that going.
Thanks for that, Brandon. We're learning more details about the 3 men accused of shooting 11-year-old Froilan Villegas outside Isotopes Park 2 weeks ago. Froilan and his family were leaving the ballpark when the suspects mistakenly targeted the car Froilan was in, firing multiple rounds, killing the child and severely injuring his older cousin, Tatiana Villegas. Yesterday, we learned about the latest suspect police arrested and more about the horrific shooting from court documents. Police arrested Daniel Gomez yesterday in connection to the shooting. This comes a day after APD said the 2 other suspects, Jose Romero and Nathan Garley, are both in custody. According to the unsealed arrest warrant, the 3 suspects mistook the victim's vehicle for the vehicle of someone that they were arguing with earlier that evening inside Isotopes Park. The documents say Froilan's mom, who was inside the back seat, said the shooter was standing out of the sunroof holding a big rifle-type firearm with both hands. The complaint includes surveillance pictures showing at least one of the suspects following an altercation inside Isotopes Park. 11-year-old Froilan Villegas loved horses and wanted to be a horse trainer. According to the documents, he asked his family if he could leave the Isotopes game early because he wanted to train horses the next morning with his dad. While the Villegas family is mourning the loss of Froilan, his cousin is starting her long road to recovery.
Even though it was a mistaken identity of the vehicles, that is still not okay. Because just because it was a mistaken identity does not forgive what they've done to the family. They've changed the family's lives, and not for the better.
Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham shared her thoughts thanking law enforcement for their hard work. The governor issued a public health order days after this incident. We'll follow this investigation as it continues every step of the way here on KOB and KOB.com. This morning, Belen police are looking for 2 men who they say shot 2 brothers earlier this week. Officials are looking for Jeremy Hicks and Corey Muse. Police responded to 2 different calls regarding shots fired on Tuesday. They later determined the 2 incidents were connected. 2 brothers were shot with non-life-threatening injuries. Police say if you see Hicks or Muse, do not approach them. They are considered armed and dangerous. If you have any information, please call the number on your screen. There's an update in the case of a shooting near West Mesa High School that led to 1 teenager dead. Yesterday, the suspect charged in that shooting was back in court. Tamara Lopez has the details. Firefighters are battling a new wildfire just west of Las Vegas. The alien fire was discovered Friday afternoon. It's estimated between 25 to 30 acres and is 0% contained. The evacuations have been lifted, but they do have a community center ready if needed. We'll keep you updated as the situation develops. We need all the help we can get when it comes to fighting crime. And yesterday, law enforcement agencies across the state got some much needed cash to recruit and retain officers. The money is coming from the Law Enforcement Recruitment Fund that state lawmakers started last year. This year, $57 million will help get more than 400 new officers on board statewide. Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham says getting more officers on the streets has been a priority.
All these parents who have lost all these children, they deserve my attention to have the debate about whether or not in an emergency we can create a safer environment.
And it's not just officers. This year, departments can use the money for dispatch, crime scene techs, and other positions. Happening today, the Bernalillo County District Attorney's Office is holding an end-of-summer resource fair. The Attorney's Office is partnering with nearly 24 agencies to help connect people to resources like food assistance, shelter, employment, healthcare, and much more. That's happening at 3 this afternoon at Emerson Elementary School and is free to attend.
He is always here with a bright smile and something nice to say, just the perfect way to start our school day.
A lot of students and parents have nothing but good things to say about a local school crossing guard. After the break, we're introducing you to Dane and showing you how his community is honoring him. We're on top of breaking news right now. The APD SWAT unit is trying to get an armed man out of a residence in southeast Albuquerque. Police say this all started just before 4 this morning when they got a call about a man allegedly pointing a gun at someone. The home is off a subdivision in south of Central. We'll continue to monitor the situation and let you know what happens. It's 8:52 a.m. We'll be right back after the break. If you'd like to nominate someone for Pay It Forward, just head to KOB.com and look for the form under the community tab.
Oh, wow.
So heartwarming. I think Finley's going to be a broadcaster.
She had it down.
Amazing interview. Yeah. She's going to have to see us in about 15 to 20 years.
Yeah, hey, just stay tuned. You'll see her eventually, I'm assuming.
If you're just now joining us this morning, Usher has a new confession. The Grammy winner will be headlining the Super Bowl halftime show. He tweeted this news about the Super Bowl, and it will be on February 11th at Allegiant Stadium. Usher is currently headlining a show in Las Vegas.
I was going to try to come up with another Usher pun, but I think I'm too tired to think. I had one and it left my mind before I even got up to the desk.
The confession one was a good one. I will give our producer that.
Well, I thought Let It Burn. You know, he's going to let the halftime show burn. I don't know. Good one. And is he going to have any special guests? He has a lot of...
Yeah, he has, like you mentioned, he has a big collection, so he could bring out someone. He came in 37th out of 300 competitors in his division. Russell says he's been growing his hair all his life, and he'll continue to rock his mullet.
Ooh, he could win it.
He has a really good mullet.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, mullets are back. They're everywhere.
When I was in high school, that was also the thing.
Yeah,
like
they're coming back.
All the sports people wore their hair and they would...
Outside of like their helmet, like their little football helmet.
I don't... Maybe it's just me. I like my short hair because I can wake up in the morning and just go.
Yeah.
I feel like when you have a mullet, you got to like wash it, take care of it.
It's a lot.
Maybe I'm just lazy.
It's honestly a lot of upkeep. A week after they lost to their biggest rival on their home field, the Lobos find themselves on the East Coast with a matchup against UMass looming. The Lobos sit at 1-2 and are looking to back up Coach Danny Gonzalez's guarantee that this team will make it to a bowl game this year. To make good on that promise, there's not a lot of room for error.
I'm going to make a bold statement right now. I guarantee this team will be in a bowl game this year. Okay, we will find 5 wins from here to the end of the Utah State game.
The Minutemen and the Lobos kick off at 1:30 this afternoon. As always, our sports team will keep you posted on what happens.